This is Eagle Owl, and today I will be talking about the Eagles activating VanSumeren, if I'm saying his name correctly, the undrafted linebacker. He will get a shot to play Sunday. Also, I will be talking about DAndre Swift being fined 10K for running a guy over. And lastly, the keys to victory. The keys to victory of beating the Dallas Cowboys today. Can't believe today is the day, but it's going to go down 4:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But let's get straight into it. All right. So let's talk about it, man. The Eagles activated VanSumeren. This one surprised me a little bit. I thought they might go Devin Allen, to be honest, being though that Boston Scott is out. I thought they were just gonna have like a traditional kit return out there, but they decided to add another guy to the special teams that actually hit guys. So we'll see what he got. I doubt if we're going to see him in the actual game because it looked like we just been going with the three-headed monster and Nakobe Dean, Zach Cunningham, and Nicholas Merle. And this was a guy a lot of people thought before Zach Cunningham, and I believe when we saw Miles Jack at the time, this is a guy a lot of people thought and Ben VanSumeren who could compete and actually be like a starting linebacker beside Nakobe Dean, because we all knew going to the season Nakobe Dean is going to start. This is his opportunity. But a lot of people thought it would be him. It was people that thought it'd be Christian Ellis, and there was people that thought it'd be Nicholas Merle. But now we, signed Zach Cunningham, who's been playing at a high level. Nicholas Merle even been playing at a high level. So somewhat the Christian Ellis of the world, the Ben VanSumerens of the world faded out a bit. But again, it actually surprised me that they activated him. So we'll see what he got. Special teams, again, I highly doubt he's going to see the field if everybody stay healthy. Please, we leave this game healthy. So let's get into the next topic. DAndre Swift. DAndre Swift was fined 10K. So I seen it, and he was fined 10K for running over Cam Curl. He was fined 10K for running over a guy. What is going on with the league? You don't want them running over guys. You don't want them hitting certain guys certain ways. You don't want them celebrating in the end zone. This is the NFL. I keep telling people, man, and I'm not playing around when I say this. I will not be surprised in 20, 30 years when I'm an old man talking to my grandkids, and I'm like, there was a time where you can actually hit the players, but now you guys watch football and they just grabbing the flags off the guy's hips. I'm telling you, man, it's either going to come down to that or it's going to come down to two-hand touching the quarterback or something like that. Because to me, that's traditional football. Run a guy over, hit a guy a certain way. And I get it, the knee thing, the helmet to helmet. Some of them I actually get because you do save some of these guys' lives in the long run. But at the same time, you make millions of dollars. Some of these dudes make hundreds of millions of dollars. And with big money come with big risks sometimes. Some of these dudes are going to get hurt. Some of these dudes after the game, they might not be the same player or the same person ever again. But you make big money to make these big risks. So that's how I feel about football. But I feel like they going the way where it's going to turn into damn near flag football. Again, that's a normal running over a guy. It's normal. It's not like he ran over him, then he got hit, then went over his body, taunting him or something like that. He ran him over. That's traditional football. So now when these running backs get touched, you want them to just fall. And some of these running backs are underpaid. So now they got to come out their pocket and pay 10K. Think DAndre Swift feel like paying 10K right now? DAndre Swift playing like a top paid running back, but he not getting paid that much. I think Boston Scott make more than him. And Boston Scott make about $1 million or $2 million a year. So 10K can really cause a little dent in his pockets. So the NFL is really, really tripping. Really tripping. Like, Again, you can't run a dude over now. Come on, man. It's not like he ran him over head to head or just targeted his chest or his legs or something like that. Nah, it's a regular run over. Cam Curl got curled up, I guess. Got ran over. It is what it is. But the NFL is tripping on that one. They are tripping on that one. Let's get into the meat and potatoes, man. Let's just get into it. Eagles, Cowboys. We know the biggest rivalry, I think, is us. Then you could throw the Bears and Green Bay, but the Bears haven't been the same. But I don't think no rivalry is bigger than the Eagles and Cowboys. And what make this rivalry special is that A, both teams are on top of the NFC East right now. And B, both teams are on the top of the NFC right now. So this game determined a lot. Of course, whoever team lose can definitely catch up, because after we play them, our schedule gets somewhat hard. But after they play us, and say if they fall, their schedule get easy. Like I think they got like the Carolinas. I think Detroit is somewhere in there. But they schedule not that bad going on. But like Carolina and those teams, like they can easily wipe them out. And with our schedule coming up, we can fall a game or two. And they can honestly catch up that way, even if they lose this game to the Philadelphia Eagles. But we want to win this game because we know the schedule that's coming up after the bye. All right. So the keys to victory of beating this team is first beating the team. I don't care if it's 2-0. I don't care if it's 3-0. You want to lead the link with the win. That's what you got to do. First and foremost, beat the team. Just beat the Cowboys. That's what you have to do. Second, how to beat them? Physical. You gotta get physical with this team. DAndre Swift, speaking of him getting fined, he might have to get fined another $10,000. Gotta run dudes over ASAP. Gotta run at them. They lost to the Cardinals because of that. And they lost to the 49ers because of that. Just was simply physical to them. More physical. And you could be more physical with this team. Cowboys play with a lot of finesse and style points. They want to, catch beautiful picks. Hit the quarterback a couple times here and there. But when it comes to the nitty gritty and your running back and your quarterback and your wide receivers is as physical as them, then that's when they get tough, because James Conner with the Arizona Cardinals was physical. Hell, Josh Dobbs got physical with them. We already know what the 49ers did with the Brandon Ayuk's, and those guys got physical with them. We can do that too. We got A.J. Brown, the most physical wide receiver. Do not doubt Smitty's size. He can get physical too. Dallas Goedert is one of the most physical tight ends in the league. We know how our D-line come. We know Jalen Hurts is tough as nails. So we could get physical with these dudes. Third, don't turn the ball over. Don't turn the ball over. I had to respect the Cowboys with that. They know how to get turnovers. And when they get turnovers, they looking to hit their head on the goalpost. Like they looking to score touchdowns. They catch a pick. It's not like, oh, we going down. No, they trying to get points out of it. Or get their offense very, very good field position out of it. And so you don't want to give them extra opportunities, because Dak, if it's a shootout, I don't think Dak is good enough to, or even the offensive scheme is good enough to go out with a shootout. They more let's run the clock out, let our defense and special teams get a couple points, then we pile on. But if it's like we up 7-0 and they got to come back 7-7, then we score again, then they score again. That's not the Cowboys team today. They don't have that DNA in them anymore. They have to be up 14-0. You got to give them an extra 2 possessions or for turnovers or whatever. That's how they beat you. And we don't want to get beat like that. Hell, Arizona Cardinals ran over 200 freaking yards on them and didn't really turn the ball over. I don't think they turned the ball over at all and beat them. So don't turn the ball over. I guess lastly, is don't let CeeDee Lamb go off on you. Honestly, I'm not worried about their offense against our offense versus their defense too much. To be honest, I believe we can score and do whatever on them. We just don't want to get them extra possessions. That's really it. I don't really fear anything else with that. But again, back to CeeDee Lamb. Don't let him go off. I gotta give him some respect. The past 2 games after whining for the ball, he been showing up. And we need Eli Ricks because that's what they're gonna line him up against. They're gonna see what Eli Ricks got, and if Eli Ricks is holding up, they're gonna try to put him to James Bradberry. And James Bradberry, come on, man, you was an All Pro. You should be able to hold this guy. But again, CeeDee Lamb gotta find a way to slow him down. Not worried about their run game. Not worried about Dak Prescott or anything like that. I am worried about CeeDee Lamb because our secondary, it's been too up and down. I don't know what secondary I'm gonna see against the Cowboys today. I'm not sure if I'm gonna see the one that was Dolphins. Not sure if I'm gonna see the one that was against Washington. Am I gonna see the secondary that was against the Rams the first half or the second half? Not sure what I'm gonna see at all. So we gotta find a way to slow him down. But hey, man, what do you think? How do you feel about everything I said today? And again, those are my keys to victory. No turnovers, slow down CeeDee Lamb, get physical, run the ball on these dudes. Also, about the fine of DAndre Swift. How do we feel about the young rook coming in? How we feeling? But this is Eagle Al, man. I'm